Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports. This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana. MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports. We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Loyola sports. We've got the Rams and the Corvallis Blue Devils. The ladies tie at 2 apiece, so now the boys will play. Let's go ahead and jump in and listen to the starting lineups.
Jace Brewer. Starting a sophomore, number 12, Clayton Ogilvie. Starting a senior, number 13, Ray Morgan. Starting a freshman, number 14, Colby Schrickke. Starting a junior, number 15, Cade Kruer. Loyola's head coach, Eric Hansen, assisted by Braden Brines. And now starting for your Blue Devils, starting a senior, number 4, Weston Bueller. Starting a senior, number 5, Caleb Warkin. Starting a junior, number 7, Luke Wolski. Starting a sophomore, number 9, Ian Wilson. Starting a junior, number 11, Hunter Linaway. Starting a junior, number 14, Eduardo Matashita. Starting a junior, number 17, Logan Moore. Starting a senior, number 21, Julian Hamilton. Starting a senior, number 22, Trey Gross. Starting a sophomore, number 16, Tim Hickey. And starting a sophomore, number 25, Luke Sangster. Corvallis head coach Tim Hickey, assisted by Shane Gladwin.
Alrighty, that's your starting lineups for today's matchup between the Blue Devils and the Loyola Rams. As I mentioned, the girls tied the first game at 2 apiece. So now the Rams and the Blue Devils will face off. Our officials, David Gross is the midfield official. His assistants, Kent Barbian and Jeff Johnson. And the fields here at the Corvallis Activity Center, which is just across the highway from the high school. They've got the football field here. They've got soccer, softball, all set up here in this great little facility. We're up in a crow's nest above the concession stands at midfield. The field runs north to south. The Rams will defend the southern goal, and they have the southern side of sideline dugout, as Corvallis has constructed some great little shaded dugouts for these young men and young women to hide from the elements from. We've got a chilly one here at Corvallis, as we are sitting at 45 degrees, a wind 2 miles an hour out of the north. Gorgeous scene here as the clouds are hugging the mountains on either side of the valley. We do have a sliver of sun taking it up, and Corvallis will have the ball to start the game. There's the whistle. Corvallis will jump onto the attack right away. Up the near sideline at the feet of Ian Wilson, out of bounds. Rams will have the throw in. Very quick on the throw. And a deflection by, oh, that's the wrong side. So let's fold that over so that we don't look at the wrong names. I was looking at the girls' names. Ogilvie will have it in the near corner on the end line. Ogilvie plays it around. We get a whistle. Ian Wilson on the challenge, and the foul will go against Wilson. So Ogilvie will take the free kick between the sideline and the box on the near side. A header, control, and bounce back at the feet of Deal. Placed wide. Burns has it at midfield. Burns drops it back. Controlled by Laundry. And now switching fields. A foot on it by the Rams. A header at midfield by Julian Hamilton. And now Conzen for the Rams will place it ahead. Far ahead on the run is Caleb Schrickty at the top of the box. Schrickty has it taken off the foot by Logan Moore up the far sideline, and the Rams will have the throw-in. Quick throw to Deal, taken away. Now Ogilvie will chase down, far side, turns it back upfield, battling with number 14, Eduardo Matoshita. And this one will go against Matoshita. Free kick coming for Ogilvie and the Rams. As we've multi-layered up here at Corvallis. In Corvallis, you can hear the wind on the mic. High volley, controlled at midfield by Trey Gross, but Conzen will turn it. Conzen in the middle of the field, drops it back where Mercado Laundry sets it ahead. Cade Kruer. Cade has it taken away, and now on the run is Gross. Getting into a duel now up the near side. Wilson will place it to himself, trying to go around Laundry, but Mercado Laundry has the step. Burns to the middle of the field. Now looking to put it upfield is Cade Kruer. Ball just below us. Outside, Burns at midfield now into Corvallis territory. Burns volley ahead, good deflection. And Corvallis will turn it the opposite direction with Caleb Warnkin. Warnkin plays it ahead, and Kaleva will come out on the box. Good follow through by Gross. Drop kick by Kaleva, comes to midfield off the head of Wilson, controlled by Cade. Cade now to Burns, wide to the near side. Burns comes back into the near side. Deflection off of Corvallis. And now Cade. Good crossover. Keeps control. Dial gets it. Played ahead. In the middle of the field. And controlled by Gavin Hagberg. Now turned. This time it is Jace Kruer as this goes out of bounds near side, and the Rams will have the throw-in. Should have went with the gloves between games. I went down to the truck to put a headed sweatshirt on, grabbed the gloves, and I thought, nah, I'll be all right. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Here's the throw-in. And Jace out of bounds. Substitutions coming for Corvallis now. So number 20, Chris Gonzalez coming in, as well as number 8, Mason Wiggins. Throw in, controlled by Loyola. Splitting is Jace, and now Blue Devils will volley it forward. One on, Cade. And now Ogilvie with the deflection. Dial will move it forward. Conzen gets it just across midfield. He's got one on, sends it. On the run is Thomas Waltall, but Linawa, the keeper, will have it on the edge of the box and a drop kick. Dial fights for it, mano a mano. Burns comes up, plays on it. Now at midfield, controlling is Luke Wolski. Out of bounds. Off of Jace. Burns looking for the takeaway. Dial steps in to help. Cade Kruger is there at midfield. And a touch out of bounds, and this should stay with Corvallis, and it will. Throw in coming by Wilson. Wilson goes to the middle of the field. Ogilvie turning. And a deflection out of bounds. They're going to say this is Loyola ball. Quick throw in by Isaac Mercado Laundry. Corvallis to control the throw in, placed to the middle of the field. Luke Sangster. And played off. Cade is there, played ahead, good roll. And Kaleva will have it right in the gut. Good save by Danny Kaleva. Shot taken by Chris Gonzalez. Ogilvie will put it out to the near side. Wilson fights with it with Mercado Laundry, and it's placed out of bounds. Corvallis will have the throw in. More substitutions coming. As Ty Gross will come in, and Eduardo Matashito will be subbed out. Taking the throw in is Luke Wolski. Wolski now down the near sideline to Wilson, to the end line. Wilson volleys it into the box. Ogilvie gets a foot on it. Ogilvie now outside to Mercado Laundry. Jace, and he'll go ahead and send it. Good header by Hamilton to keep it into play for Corvallis. Now it's played wide. Chasing it down is Wiggins. Wiggins deep on the far side, defended by Schrichty. Now picked up by Sangster of Corvallis, turning the corner over the end line, and that will be a corner kick coming, our first of the match. And it looks as though Wiggins will take the kick. Substitutions coming for Corvallis. Here's the volley. Across the lip. Ogilvie with a good header to get it out of the box. Walthall. He'll turn, places it outside. Little confusion, still battled for, and now Walthall drops it back. This will have a deflection. And looking to switch fields. Ogilvie now just outside the box of the Rams, and now it's cleared away. This is going to go out of bounds. Coach Konzen picks it up in front of the Ram side bench on the far side. Quick throw in. Cade is there. Drops it back. Ray Morgan, defender. And that one's kicked hard into the bench of the Rams. Quick throw. Dial gets a hip on it. Played ahead to Cade. Cade with one on. Turning. Cleared up field. Walthall. Konzen with a tricky little tap, but it's going to be placed back to Kaleva. And the drop kick. Good header at midfield by Logan Moore. And a crack. And this one will be way over as Gonzalez takes the off-target shot. Here's Kaleva. Good kick, end over end on the strike. Header by Warnkin. And Mercado Landry will turn it. Warnkin once again places it outside. Hegberg will have the run. Mercado Laundry wide, and he'll have the takeaway. Up the sideline, near side to Burns. Gonzalez and Burns will have the duel. Off of Burns, out of bounds. Corvallis with the throw in just off the corner of the box. And more substitutions coming for Corvallis. They've got 8 guys on the bench to the Rams 5. So a pretty heavy rotation. Coming back in is Wilson as well as Sangster. And it'll be Wilson to take the throw in just off the corner of the box on the near sideline to the right of us. Here's Wilson with the throw into the box. Ogilvie with a touch on it. Corvallis controlling. Jace trying to defend, and now it's dropped back to midfield by Corvallis. Cade Kruer is there. He'll turn, gives it off to his brother Jace. Jace will play it to the middle of the field with 2 on. Stops, stalls, switches fields. Waltall, but a touch by Moore will send it back in to Ram territory. Here's Cade, plays it ahead to Waltall. Cohnsen stalls, and it's taken away. We get a whistle, and it's going to be a foul against Corvallis. Free kick coming. Dial will take it. Here's Dial with the volley into the box. Cohnsen with a good header, and Lenoir will let it go out of bounds. Rolf Cohnsen. So Lenoir will have the goal kick. He'll place it on the right side of the goal, or left side of the goal as we look at it. Good kick. Burns works up to it. Mercado and Gonzalez will go toe-to-toe. And Mercado Laundry places it out of bounds. Corvallis with the throw-in. Quick throw to Gonzalez, gives it back to Wilson. Burns with the heel on it. Wilson to control. Dial takes him off. It's Jace now. Jace Kruer turns the corner with 3 on. A little too much dribbling. A lot of bunched play here as Kaleva will get it on the roll. Both teams bunching up and trying to control single player. I think if we get some passing going by both sides, we would see a little different play here. Wilson with it on the middle or near side, drops it back to Wolski. Wolski with Dial on him, and it's deflected off of Wolski. Throw in, Rams. It'll be Dial to take the throw. Here's Burns on the throw in, finds Cohnsen. Cohnsen with the flick, but not enough. Back out of bounds, and the Rams will have the throw in once again. Chasing it down and taking the throw is Mercado Landry. And he'll come down the near sideline. Wolski gets a touch on it, out of bounds, and now a quick throw. Burns on the run, defended by Bueller. Burns and Bueller go mano a mano. Burns is there, picked up by 2, and now Corvallis clears it out the near sideline. Mercado Landry. Landry controlling at midfield. Gonzalez is there. Gonzalez controlling, and now he'll volley it ahead. Ogilvie with 3 on. Plays it to the outside. Wilson will have the deflection. Ogilvie taps it out of bounds, and Corvallis with the throw-in now. And 3 subs coming in for Corvallis. So Corvallis using the strategy to keep fresh legs on the field. Here's Wilson with the throw into the box. Ogilvie is there with the header. Covered up by Sangster. He'll turn, takes the crack. And Kaleva with the save. Here's the drop kick. Roller to midfield. Sangster with the header. Controlled by Corvallis. Around Burns is Wolski. Wolski down the near sideline. Burns steps into it. Now 2 on Wolski, and this one's placed out by Ogilvie. Now up the near side. Burns has no one to go to, so Wilson picks up the long pass. Off of Burns, out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in front of the Ramilly to the right of us. The throw. Sangster is there. Mercado Landry. Sangster takes it away to the end line on the near flag. Turns the corner. Burns steps into it, now placed to the top. Trying to work through traffic. Shot, and Kaleva will have the save. He was off on his close, but still was able to control. Ball at the feet of Warnken for Corvallis. Here's Waltall. Waltall goes wide to Burns. Lots of bunching in the middle of the field. Here's Burns trying to switch fields. We get a whistle, and this one's going to go against Wolski. And a free kick coming for the Rams. Dial will take it just across midfield. Volley into the box, and Linawa will have the bouncing pickup. Drop kick. This one's got a good distance on it as it'll land halfway between the box and midfield on Rams' side of the field. Gross with a good challenge, out of bounds. Wilson will have the throw in right on the corner of the box. Finds Sangster. Sangster with one shoe untied as he goes to Warnken. Now the crack by Wolski. This one's high over the top of the box. And more substitutions for Corvallis. That'll give Wolski an opportunity to tie his shoe. The Corvallis Blue Devils wearing blue jerseys. They've got a solid white number and C on the back, and solid white number and Blue Devils across the front. Kaleva has the short kick, and this one's going to be wide by Wilson. Goal kick coming. And this colder weather makes the ball a little harder, which makes the strike on the ball different. Sangster picks it up, deflected. Jace Crewer is there. Played ahead now to Cade. Cade has two on, and taken away by Sangster at midfield. Sangster will cross to the far side. Placed ahead to Gonzalez, outside. Now on the run. Up the sideline is Nick Talia. Into the box, and we get a whistle. This will be offsides on Gonzalez. So Kaleva will have a free kick inside the box for the Rams. Just about halfway through the first half, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Deflection sends it deep back into Rams territory off the kick. Gonzalez will have it on the far side. To the near side, Wilson will chase it down, and too much for Wilson, out of bounds. Goal kick coming for the Rams. Loyola will substitute now. Hudson Kovics will come in. Coming off is Colby Schrichty. So switching out the wing on the midfield. Wilson will get the goal kick. Ogilvie with the chest stall, and Ogilvie steps on the ball, goes down, recovers before Gross can get there. Played out wide. Upfield now. Waltall tries to battle for it. The touch, Sangster, and he'll place it forward to Gonzalez. He's got Ogilvie, and a wide shot by Gonzalez. So Kaleva will set up the goal kick. Substitution coming again for Corvallis, as Gross will come off, bringing Matashita back on. Kaleva with the goal kick. Playing up on it is Cade. Dropped back to Morgan. Morgan up the sideline defensively. Controlled by Corvallis. Set to the top of the box. Matashita tries to battle through Sankston, and now it's cleared out by Burns to midfield. Corvallis defender steps up. That's Bueller. He'll be challenged by Jace, and out of bounds. Rams throw in. Burns on the hustle. Will have the throw in before the setup. Wolski is there as he was trying to go to Konzen. Deflection, and the Rams will have the throw in once again. Konzen with the throw. Setting up Jace down the near sideline, deep into the flag. Jace around one, now defender, and it's cleared out of the box. Gonzalez. Rams have numbers as Sangster will turn it to midfield. Konzen steps into Sangster and clears it wide to the far side. Kovics upfield, out of bounds on the deflection in front of the Corvallis bench, and now Cade gets the throw in. Flicked ahead, Waltall. Now back to Cade. Cade will turn with 2 on. Sankston controls now. Plays it wide. Burns steps into it. Picks up the pass. Sent ahead. Played wide by Hamilton now. And Warnkin will play it ahead. And Morgan will touch it out of bounds against Talia. American flag standing at attention as the wind comes out of the southwest, or southeast, I mean. Great little flag memorial they have here for their veterans at the field. Here's the throw in, headed to the box. Ogilvie with a foot on it, out over the end line, and a corner kick coming for Corvallis, to be taken by Mason Wiggins. Here's the volley. Deflection is high. Burns chases it down to the near side. Talia. Dial inside the box. Sangster dangerously for Dial as he tries to clear it out. Now picked up by Matashita. Far side, and good step by Mercado Landry. Far side, Wiggins. Or Warnkin, I mean. And now Konzen will clear it out. Konzen at midfield. He's got 1 to beat the defender. Hamilton will chase it down far side and takes it away from Konzen. This is volleyed back into Ram territory. Kalava will come out, and they're going to have offsides on Matashita. And the Corvallis players question the call. So Ogilvie will set it up. It's in the middle of the field between the 18 and midfield. Here's Ogilvie with the strike. He'll go short to Cade. Cade turns, goes wide to the far side. Drop back to Ogilvie. Now there's Gonzalez. Gonzalez has 1. And the shot, Kaleva with the save. Dangerous in front of the net. It'll roll to the end line. Kaleva clears it upfield. And now Konzen will work against Warnkin. Sent ahead. Has Jace. Jace now going against Bueller. Bueller plays it, and the Rams will have their first corner kick. And Will Burns will take the corner from the far flag. Burns suited up with the Ram football program last week. I didn't see him get in. Maybe he was on special teams. I kind of lose guys on special teams because there's so much that goes on. But he was suited up in a Ram football uniform. Good volley to the top of the box. This one will be deflected over the end line and a goal kick coming. And Gross and Wilson will come back on. for the Blue Devils. Linnewaugh sets up the ball for the goal kick. Whistle for play. Good kick to midfield. Dial with a header. Picked up by Wolski at midfield. Talia turns. Has a man offsides. Matashita just a slight step ahead. And Ogilvie will take the free kick from the offsides, just about the same spot as he did last time. Low kick, controlled by Wilson. Dahl gets a touch on it, but Wolski now brings it to the near side. Wilson at midfield, right below us. Burns steps in front of him, out of bounds, and this should be, it is a Ram throw-in. Burns to take the throw-in right below us. Nope, they're going to have Mercado Laundry as Wolski steps in front of it, deflected off Talia. And Cade is there. Cade with one on. Turns, tries to go to Dial. Ogilvie sends it. Too much, out of bounds. Corvallis throw in on the near sideline in front of the Blue Devil fans. Wolski with a good throw. Burns gets a deflection on it. Out of bounds right at midfield, right in front of us. Talia with the throw. We get a whistle and they want him to throw it from back here. They want him to back up closer to midfield. He went about 15 yards up. Ram side of midfield. So he'll throw it from midfield now. Dahl gets the header. Jace with the deflection. Corvallis doing a good job at the middle of the field as we get lots of shoulder action. Ogilvie steps in, Gross is there, and it's volleyed back into Corvallis territory on the far side. Moore with the kick up the far side, chasing it down is Wiggins, and Wiggins will have the shot. Kaleva with the easy save. Drop kick to midfield. Moore gets a foot on it, deflected back in. And now for the Rams, it's Morgan to chase it down. Morgan upfield. Kovics is there, but Moore for Corvallis volleys it into the Ram box, and Kaleva will have the pickup. Drop kick to midfield, high bounce. Walthall is there with Kovics. Walthall to control. Walthall around the corner, out of bounds, and this will be a Ram throw-in. Substitutions coming for Corvallis. Corvallis really doing a good job of keeping fresh legs on the field. Here's a run into the box. Lenoir will pick it up on the roll, and he'll wait for the box to clear out. Gross with a deflection. Kaleva will pick it up on the edge of the box at the top. And the drop kick from right where he picked it up. Deflection, we get a whistle, a handball. So Dial will take it at midfield, just on the edge of the bubble on this side. Volleys it to the box. Missed header. Chased down by Woya. Burns is there, and it's kicked out of bounds in front of the Corvallis fans just to the left of us on the near sideline. Dial. And Konzen says, I'll take the throw. Wearing a clear mask. Konzen looking for Waldhall on the backside. Headed out of bounds, and a corner kick coming for the Rams. And Burns to take it again. Burns listed at 5'6", Walthall at 5'5". Both of them have the spirit of 7-footers. Here's the kick, and that will be into the netting on the side of the goal. Goal kick coming. Now they will allow the substitutions to come on. Sangster and Gonzalez.
Okay, I don't need to cook this time. It's way too cold, but that's true. It is too cold. Yeah, please.
Waiting on the whistle. Our midfield center official, I should say. That would be David Gross. Not sure if he's related to the Corvallis player Trey Gross. David with a bald head and Trey with a mop. Trey on the run. He's got to beat Ogilvy. Ogilvy is there, and Ogilvy will step him off the ball. We get a whistle, and this is going to go against Gross. Scoreless first half so far. Good kick by Kaleva. Burns, and he's not able to catch up with it. So the Blue Devils will have the throw in front of the Ramley right below me, or right to the right of me. Ogilvy gets the throw in. Ogilvy splits defenders. Splits two more, deflects it forward and off the knee of Hamilton. Gross is there, and Kaleva will pick it up as Dial and Gross battle for it. Drop kick, picked up by Cade Kruer. He'll go wide. Deflection, and Gross tries to tap it to himself. Sangster punches it ahead, and Kaleva just lets it roll. He'll stand with it in the box. Didn't pick it up. Now he picks it up off the ground. He's wearing his orange jersey with the black arms. Black sleeves, I should say. Rams trying to turn it. Cade gives it to Dial wide. Wide to the near side as Dial comes across midfield. Gives it up to Burns. Burns upfield. Burns has it taken away. Ogilvy now at midfield against Gross. Plays it wide. And a good step by Wilson. Wilson on the charge. Gives the drop and a volley ahead. Ogilvy, though, puts it into the Ram bench on the far sideline. And we'll have substitutions for both sides. Walthall will be subbed off for Tomazelli. And coming on is Lexon Sant for Burns. Good throw in. Ogilvy will have it at the top of the box on the far side, plays it out of bounds, and another throw in coming. Wilson will have the throw in for Corvallis. Wilson waiting. Now the throw. Header. Conzen will let it roll. He's picked up by one. Plays it off to the middle of the field to Jace, I mean. Now K. Kruer gives it off to Kovics at midfield. Far side. Kovics. And it's played ahead. Kaleva will come out of the box, and he's going to boot this one into Corvallis territory. Wolski is there as Sant comes up, and Wolski will place it out of bounds in front of the Corvallis Blue Devils bench. Conzen to have the throw in. Trying to go to Jace, a header to place it out. It's going to roll over the end line, and the Rams will have the corner kick. And Dial will take it for Loyola this time. It's getting chilly for the officials out there as they're kind of doing some stretches and jumping around. Here's Dial now off the end line on the corner to the top of the box. Gross gets a foot on it. Gross will turn the corner near side, brings it up with space as he's challenged by Sant. Crosses midfield right below us on the near sideline. Mercado Landry lays off. Now it's volleyed across the top of the box to the far side. Wilson will chase it down. He's got two on, and Kaleva will collect it off the end line on the far side. Drop kick. Good header at midfield, volleyed back, and Sant to settle it for Loyola. Gives it up to the middle of the field. Both sides playing a lot in the middle of the field. We get a whistle, and this is going to go against Dial. A lot of congestion in the middle of the field. When the teams, both sides, get it on the outside, there's lots of space for them to work up. This one's placed in, a chest stall by Sant. Played forward, Wolski has it in the middle of the field in Ram territory. Stepped up, continued to battle full, and Dial will send it ahead. No white jerseys there. They'll let Linawa. Nope, Wolski is going to chase it down. And a dangerous play. Here's Conzen on the end line. And this will be deflected off of the defender for Corvallis. Corner kick coming for Loyola. And they will have Cade Kruer take the corner for the Rams. Dangerous play as the ball, the defender, Logan Moore, was waiting for Linawa to pick it up, and he didn't. And that allowed Loyola to get on it. This one's going to be placed into the back of the net. Goal kick coming, substitution ready for Corvallis. Gross will come off. Here's the kick to midfield, a shoulder by Conzen. Dial gives it to Conzen, now placed wide. Sant picks it up, near side. Good defense by Sangster. And Mercado Landry saves it from going out of bounds, and Talia will have it off, and they'll allow the new substitution to come in for Corvallis. And we are at that 2-minute mark. So the clock stoppage coming down to the official in midfield, and I would imagine we would have a couple of minutes of bonus time, as this one's deflected off the back of Cade for Loyola, off the end line, and now Linawa will have the boot to midfield. Good play by Morgan for Loyola. Here's Dial, sends it ahead, but nobody there, and it's going to be placed deep into Ram territory as Kaleva will pick it up on the end line on the near side. With all the substitutions Corvallis has had, we might see some extended play over the 2 minutes here, as Corvallis will send it back in on the near side, out of bounds, and Loyola will have the throw in. They'll have Mercado Landry. He'll throw it up the near sideline. Header, another header, looking to settle, and it's going to be Cade to settle it. He's looking for help. Gonzalez is there, midfield, places it up to Jace. Jace with a good turn. Jace at midfield right below us, drops it back, and Mercado Landry places it ahead. Jace now for Corvallis, as he and his brother battle for the ball. And now Corvallis picks it up with Sangster, and the whistle will come for Jace. Sangster shoe is untied once again. This one's into the box, and Kaleva will come up. Here's the drop kick, and that is half. So we are scoreless, 0-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard here at halftime. And we've had a good first half. A lot of play in the middle of the field, a lot of congestion. We'll see what these coaches do to make adjustments. We'll be back right after this. You've been listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
The Chris Stratton Show is Missoula's resource for local high school sports. Get fresh takes like...
How does it feel to be the senior now?
It's kind of crazy, honestly. It's weird having people above me and then this.
Get the rest of the show by downloading the podcast on iTunes or at www.thechrisstrattonshow.com.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are scoreless here at halftime between the Blue Devils of Corvallis, hosts to the Loyola Rams. The Breakers and the Lady Blue Devils in the first game, they would tie it up at 2 apiece. And the way things looked is if the Breakers won that game, they would have taken first place. A loss would have had them sitting outside. Well, not outside. If they took first place, they would see Livingston in the playoffs. Without a first place bid, they see either Laurel. I can't remember what the other team was, but it'll be interesting to see how things work out with the tie for the Class AA. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have your halftime stats. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash, only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Construction is tough work. Lonebro is an energy services company with more than 900 employees. Lonebro's third largest expense was health insurance.
Payne West partnered with Lonebro to create a health and wellness program. Lonebro built an in-house gym, and together we developed a biometric screening program.
Since initiating our program, our employees are happier, healthier, and more productive, and our costs are lower.
Payne West Insurance, a partner in the health of your business.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network in Corvallis, Montana on a chilly Tuesday afternoon as the Loyola Rams and Breakers soccer program take on Corvallis Blue Devils. Game 1 saw the Breakers tying with the Lady Blue Devils 2-2. We are tied at 0-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard at halftime. Our stats: 2 shots on goal for the Breakers, 9 for Corvallis. 5 saves for Kaleva. Linawa would not have a save. 6 fouls on Corvallis, 2 to the Rams. 4 corner kicks for Loyola, 2 for Corvallis. And the Blue Devils caught offsides 3 times, the Rams not at all. More soccer action coming up as we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half, as we will have Thursday night, Sentinel hosting Helena, or Thursday afternoon, 3 o'clock is the first game, 5 the second game. Friday night is a road trip for the Loyola Rams as they go to Anaconda for a matchup with the Copperheads, and then more Loyola soccer on Saturday as they host Hamilton. Early games, 10 and noon. So the team's ready to go for the second half as we're about a minute away from the start of the second half. Corvallis and Loyola. Field sits north to south here in Corvallis, the sports complex across the highway from the Corvallis High School. Great complex. Football field, soccer fields, softball fields, all nicely placed. The Rams will have the ball to start the second half.
I know, but it was just too intense.
There's the whistle, and we are underway as this one's dropped all the way back to Ogilvie. The Rams defending the northern goal. And right away, Matashita will take it away near side. He's got Sangster. Sangster on the turn on the near side of the box. He'll go into the box, tries to place it, and Ogilvie is there. Ogilvie will kick it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Corvallis on the near post. Gross will be the attempt, but Dial to control. Walthall gets it outside. And stepping in is Moore, but it's Jace to Cade to control. Now upfield to midfield. Corvallis volleys it back in, out of bounds, and Loyola will have the throw in. Morgan to take the throw in for the Rams. Up ahead to Jace, out of bounds, and Loyola will continue control. So Jace to take the throw, finds Walthall. Given outside to Jace, off the toes of Talia for Corvallis, and it is another throw in. Conzen said he'll take it. It's right in front of the Ramley to the right of us. Conzen going to the box. Burns is there on the run, and a dangerous play by the defender. Dial will turn and take the shot, and Linois will have the save. Drop kick comes on the bounce over midfield. Ogilvie and Matashita will battle, touched out of bounds by Ogilvie. Down the near sideline is Sangster, battling with Morgan. He'll take it into the box on the near side, a light touch, and there's Matashita. He'll battle Cade, gives it off to Wolski. Burns steps in front of Wolski, and a shot. Kaleva will have the save. And a whistle will give the ball to the Rams. And Dial will take it.
He's the big, he has the floppy hair. He's touching his head. 21.
Whistle for play. Dial will take it just over midfield on the far side. This one's volleyed in. Jace gets a good header on it, and it's a save for Linois. Drop kick, Ogilvie to control. Corvallis steps in front of it, and it's Ogilvie once again. Plays it wide to Lil and Schrichter right below us at midfield. Matasuti will come up with the ball. Plays to Gross in the middle of the field. He'll trip over the ball. Deflection, gives it back to Gross. He's got one man in front of him. And stepping in front is Morgan. Dropped back to Sangster. Sangster has Cade step in front of it. Sangster turns to the far side. Into the box now on the near side. Stops. Sangster will take a crack, and that will be corner kick. Good save by Kaleva. So corner kick coming for Corvallis. And they're waiting for the substitution as Gonzalez comes on now. Volley. Cade gets a foot on it, and this one will go over the goal. And a goal kick coming for the Rams. Here's Kaleva off the far side. Header by Wilson. Gonzalez to control on the far corner of the box. Now inside the box on the far side. Gonzalez tries to play it around Mercado Landry. Burns picks it up. Burns now up the sideline. Burns will be stopped. And Wilson to control in front of Jace. Quick throw by Burns up the far sideline to Jace. Jace with a high volley to midfield. A header brings it to the near side. And it's chased down by Schrichty. Schrichty with one on. And he'll place it right into the feet of the defender. And Schrichty will put it in the box. Linois will pick it up. Drop kick to midfield. Dial heads it to the ground. Conzen will pick it up. Conzen between the legs, and the defense will have it for Corvallis. There's Jace to step in. Cade picks up at midfield inside the circle. Dial to Conzen. Conzen with a good flick to himself. He's got Jace sent ahead to Conzen. Conzen is onside, and a good touch by Moore stops the run. Played ahead to Gonzalez, and now it's volleyed ahead. And Kaleva's going to come way out of the box and wins the duel. Picked up by Wilson on the far side as Kaleva goes back into the goal. Flanked by Burns is Wilson. Out of bounds, Corvallis throw in. And substitutions coming for the Blue Devils. Be a beautiful day if the wind wasn't coming off of those icy snow-topped mountains. Snow we picked up earlier this week as this one's into the box. Kaleva is going to let it roll out of bounds, and a goal kick coming as it went over the end line on the near side of the box. Trying to go to Wiggins. So Kaleva will set it up on the near side. Goal kick controlled by Cade. Morgan will step up. Volleyed ahead. It's going to be out of bounds. Corvallis throw in front of the Ramley to the right of us. And they're going to say it deflected off of blue. So Loyola will have the throw in. Conzen to take it. He's in front of the Ramley now on the near sideline, looking for some movement. He's going to go to the box. Jace tries to stall it, but it's going to land at the feet of Sangster, and his shoes are untied once again, folks. This one's all the way down into the box, and Ogilvie will place it back to Kaleva. Kaleva with the volley. Collected now by Warnkin. And Mercado Landry sends it ahead. At midfield, it's volleyed back into Ram territory. Offsides is Gonzalez. Rams doing a good job of holding that defensive line to keep the offside. Mercado Landry to take the kick. Fought for by Jace and Wolski. Jace looking to come up with it. Nope, it's going to be Wiggins, and now Sangster. Placed ahead to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez is offsides once again. This one's up a little further than the last one. Here's Burns with the free kick. Good volley. Deflected off of Corvallis. Matashita plays it ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the near side, outside the box. He's got Ogilvie in front of him. It's a crack over the goal. And Corvallis will bring 3 in. Scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. These two teams playing it tight through and through. Loyola and Big Fork, the only Class B schools with soccer programs playing at the A level, as Class A is the only level, or the lowest level, that has boys and girls soccer. Kaleva with a low skimmer. Dahl will have the volley to the near side. Moore gives it up to Wiggins, placed ahead. Now Jace. Jace has got Conzen. Conzen onside. He's ahead of both defenders. Stops the ball at the top of the box. We get a whistle, and they're going to say Conzen was offsides. So this will be taken by Moore. Ogilvie receives it on the Rams side, plays it ahead to Cade. Cade's got 2, sends Conzen. Conzen onside this time. Conzen with a touch, and he'll be taken down, and that'll be a free kick coming for the Rams outside the box. Number 21, as I drop my sheet on the floor here. That's Hamilton stepping in front. And we'll have the free kick coming by Conzen. It's on the near side of the top of the box, about 5 to 6 yards outside the box. 3-man wall. Our official Gross will walk off as the wall is close. Here's the kick by Conzen, and it's going to be off, and a deflection, and into the back of the net off of Burns. And that, folks, is how goals are scored in soccer. You got to play the deflection, and the Rams get on the board first, 1-0. Conzen splitting 2 players on the wall. Linois deflected the ball, but Burns was there. Here's a whistle. And Corvallis will try once again to start. They've got Gross and Gonzalez up on the line. Gonzalez and Gross playing it back and forth. Conzen steps into it. Now it's Jace. He'll play it over. He's got Waldhall on the near side. Gonzalez steps into it. Cade steps on it. Now Jace and Cade in the middle of the field. Jace, and he needs help. Plays it back to the near side to Morgan. Morgan back to Jace in the middle of the field. And that's how the first half mostly was, folks, was as Ogilvie will try to place this one wide. Corvallis sends it ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a head to settle. Near side of the box. Morgan clears it out. Cade is there. Wiggins battles. Wiggins at the top of the box. And cleared out, and we'll get a whistle. This one will go against Ogilvie. And that could have went either way as both players were throwing elbows. And actually, Wiggins will be talked to, or Warnkin will be talked to by David Gross, our official. And it'll be Wilson to take the free kick. On the top of the box, about the same spot as where the Rams just had the free kick, except for it's about 10 yards closer to the middle of the field. Here's Wilson. Deflected. Burns will chase it down with Wolski. Burns plays it ahead. Wolski now has it on the far side. Burns steps in. Wolski gets around. And a good job by the Loyola defense. Wolski will have the throw in, but there's substitutions coming now for Corvallis. 2 coming in. Sangster as well as Hamilton. Hopefully they double knotted Sangster's shoes. Every time I look up, he's got his shoes untied. Used to play with a guy like that back in high school in the 90s. Never tied his shoe. Gross with the header on the throw-in. Now it's chased down to the near side. It's a foot race, won by Corvallis. Morgan is there for Loyola. He steps it ahead. Waldhall. Moore, though, volleys it to the far side. Chestall. And Gross will be around, and Gross has the shot, and it's in the goal. And it's tied back up as Kaleva came out. And we're tied at 1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Kaleva looks at the goalpost in disbelief. And they're going to have a substitution. Gross will come off. That'll bring in Matashita once again.
I know she didn't have that, but she rolls with more cash in her pocket than I do.
Dropped back. Dial will send it far side. Burns stalls in front of the Rams bench, far side. Placed to the middle of the field, and Sangster will step up. He's got 2 on. Places it wide to Wilson. Wilson crosses midfield, a volley ahead. Kaleva will come up, and this one's going to be just wide of the goal for Gonzalez. Goal kick coming. Clouds starting to pick up off the Skalkaho mountain range to the east of us. Wilson volleys it in. Header by Ogilvy, and Dial will go outside to Burns. Burns on the far sideline, picked up by Wilson. Wilson touches it out of bounds, and Loyola will have the throw-in. Here's Burns. Good throw. Out of bounds off of Wolski. Burns will have the throw-in now across midfield on the far side. Throws it in. Deflection. Warnken picks it up, but it's Cade Kruer who has it. Kruer will go one-on-one with Sangster. Drops it back to Burns. Burns, and it's deflected off of Wilson. Wilson crosses midfield. Wilson now volley to the middle of the field, and Kaleva will pick it up on the edge of the box at the top in the middle. Drop kick coming. Crosses midfield. Moore with the header. And Gonzalez, the good header forward as well. And smartly played out of bounds. Here's the throw-in. Sangster picks up the throw-in, and Ogilvy will have it over the end line. Corner kick coming for Corvallis. So Corvallis on the attack for the majority of the game. Nick Talai will take the corner off the end line. Good volley. Header by Wilson to the back of the box. Burns chases it down. Burns looks to clear it out against Matasuti, and he does get it out of the box, but Matt Ashita with a good step. Sangster picks it up at the top of the box, stepping in. Sangster with it inside the box on the far side. He's going to bring it to the middle of the field. Dial gets a foot on it. Now it's Gonzalez. He'll have the left footer, and it's cleared out by Mercado Landry. Moore with it. Places it in the box for Gonzalez. Turns inside. Crosses over one into the armpit of Ogilvy. And the crowd wanting a handball. Kaleva with the save. Now it's deep. Linawa will come out of the goal into the box and pick it up on the bounce. Here's the drop kick. Morgan, and it's deflected out of bounds. Morgan goes down hard. He, Gonzalez, and Talai collide. Slow to get up, but our official, Gross, will check with him, and he says he's all right. Gonzalez with a hug. And they're going to say it is Rams throw-in. Cones in to take it. Here's Conzen, throws it in right below us, down the near sideline. Moore with a header out of bounds. And the Rams will throw it in right in front of their bench, or in front of their fans. Conzen to take the throw in. Throw to the middle of the field. Jace is there, deflected back. Burns with a foot on it. Burns and Wilson, mano a mano. Burns turns, and it's an easy pickup for the keeper. Cleared out. Gonzalez gets a head on it. Near side. Bump and run. Sangster out of bounds. And they're going to say Ram throw in with substitutions coming. Wiggins and Gross to sub in. Gonzalez to come off. Rams will also sub in Sant for Morgan. Tied at 1 apiece on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Inside 20 minutes left. Dial directs traffic, sends Sant back upfield. Good throw down the near sideline. Volleyed in. And Linawa will have it on the bounce. Runs to the top of the box. The drop kick on the run. Ogilvie heads it back into Corvallis territory. Wolski chases it down right on the bubble. Wolski crosses midfield and now sends it ahead. Wiggins and Kaleva dangerously comes out. Here's Jace. Kruer, and now Moore clears it back into Ram territory. Gross with a foot on it, and now Dial sends it back in. Wolski with a head on it. Far side, Burns tries to get it to settle. Sangster now picks it up. Sangster with a high volley to the far sideline at midfield. Wilson with the header, and Burns will let it go out of bounds. He'll turn and throw it in very quickly. Konzen and Gross is there. Konzen and Gross will go on the duel. We get a whistle, and this will go against Konzen. Quick kick. Kaleva comes up on it. Cuts off Matashita. Here's the drop kick to the near side. Moore is there with the chest stall. Sent ahead. Jace Kruer is there. Jace with the knee stall. Out of bounds, and the Rams will have the throw in on the near sideline. Konzen to throw in. It's just off the box, near sideline. Good deep throw into the box. Deflection. Cade comes up with it. Defended by Matashita, and it's Gross. Cade, Kruer, and Gross, shoulders. Dial volleys it, switching fields to the far side. Chased down by Wolski and Sant gets a touch on it. Stays in bounds on the far side. A chipper headed back down by Bueller, and it's Matashita. Matashita will send Wiggins on the near side. Wiggins on side. He'll take the shot towards the far post. It'll be wide. And we'll have two sets of fresh legs, I should say, to come in as Matashita and Sangster come off. It's Gonzalez, excuse me, and Talai. Here's Kaleva with the goal kick. Header. Sant sends it ahead. Sent back in. Now Gonzalez with it in the Ram territory. It's around Ogilvie. Comes to the near side where he has Wiggins. Wiggins is covered up. We get a whistle. Offsides. Rams with a good line to hold that defensive or that offensive offsides. Kaleva with the kick just outside of the box on the near side. Wiggins with the header to send it back in. Here's Dial. He'll go against Gonzalez. Gonzalez steps in. Dial goes down. And they're going to say Corvallis throwing. Gonzalez is ready. Ogilvie steps back. Gonzalez into the box on the near side. Ogilvie touches it out of bounds, and we'll have a corner kick coming for the Rams. Here's the kick. High volley into the box, towards the top, deflected, battled inside the box, to the far side. Wilson will pick it up. Burns is there. Burns will pick up Wilson on the far side. Wilson cuts it back in. Wolski sends it back in. Burns gets a touch on it, sends it up the line. Wolski stops it. Far sideline. Burns and Wolski battle back and forth. This one's volleyed into Corvallis territory in front of the Rams bench on the far side. Centered by Bueller. Now volleyed ahead, and Mercado Landry will go against Gross on the far side as he takes it into the flag, and not able to send it over the end line. Corner kick coming for Corvallis.
And it'll be Wilson to take the corner. Kick coming. Volley. Ogilvie gets there. Stalled. And Kaleva with the save. Picked up. Here's Wolski with a tag on it. Deflected. And Kaleva will gather it up off the end line. He'll come out to the top of the box for the drop kick. Drop kick to midfield. Sent back in. Wiggins will have it on the near side. Conzen with the header. Conzen will chase it to the near sideline. Saves it inbounds, but it's Gonzalez there. Conzen now ahead. Moore turns. Touched by Jace, and now Moore volleys it back into Ram territory. Onside is Gonzalez. Ogilvie will place it out of bounds on the far sideline. Kaleva coming out. I don't know about the Ram fans, but the way Kaleva comes out, he's got ice in his veins, and every time he does, my heart catches in my throat. Sangster will come on, and Wiggins will have the throw, attempting to go to Sangster. It'll be Cade to pick it up at the top of the box. Here's a shot, and Kaleva gathers it up. Drop kick, cross midfield. Jace to stall. Tries to play it ahead to Walt Hall, but it's Sangster to pick it up. Dial now. Puts it back into Corvallis territory. Walt Hall sets him up in the middle of the field. Sangster is there. Placed wide to Cade. Cade now. And it's Burns on the far sideline. Burns back to Cade on the far side. Lots of dribbling going on. And Conzen will pick it up at midfield. Gross is there with the deflection inside the bubble. Ogilvie and Wiggins will go mano a mano. Placed ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes wide to the near side. He's at the top of the box on the corner. Gives it off back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is offsides once again. Wiggins and Gonzalez have been caught off multiple times tonight. Good job by the Ram defense to hold that line. So Kaleva will have the free kick inside the box. He'll come to the near side, and this is going to come out of bounds. Throw in coming. Substitutions though. Moore wanted the throw because Wiggins was ready. And it looks like Gonzalez will come off for Corvallis, bringing on Matashita. Kovic will come on for Loyola. Wiggins comes off, and it's Warnkin coming back on for the Blue Devils. We're ready to play. Here's the throw in by Moore. Conzen with a foot on it, header, and it's out of bounds. Sangster will gather it up. Talai with the throw in. He's got Gross, but good job by Dial to step in with a foot. Wolski in the middle of the field, picked up by Sant. Sant and Wolski will go toe-to-toe. Placed deep. Burns out of bounds, and the official will put a hand on it to keep it from going into the field. Quickly, the throw in. Turn, a high volley. Matashita is there, and Matashita will have the header into the box, into the goal. And Corvallis will take the lead off the header, 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. The drop on the kick. Cade sends it forward. Wolski with the header, and we get a whistle. Handball on Burns. Deflection, midfield. Hamilton is there. Hamilton with a high cleat, almost taken off
Walthall's head. And now Hamilton will volley it into the box. Kaleva picks it up on the bounce. Good drop kick. Moore with a volley back into Ram territory. Dial with a header to the bubble. Picked up by Wilson. Wilson has his pass deflected by Ogilvy. Sangster around Cade. Sent ahead. And they'll let Talai go to the end line on the near side. And it'll be across the lip of the goal. And they're going to say corner kick coming. With the Blue Devils setting up quickly. Here's the kick, volley, deflection, deflected, Matashita, and now Sangster with a shot. Save by Kaleva. Drop kick crosses midfield. Konzen with a tap. Walthall to Kovics. Back to Walthall. Hamilton will have the foot on it on the short hop. Cade, and we get a whistle. And this will go against Corvallis. Jace will take it. And the wall sets up. Jace gets the attention of the official as it was about 3 yards away. There's the whistle for play. Jace is going to take the strike. Linawa, and this one's across the lip of the goal. Walthall cannot get to it, and goal kick coming. Substitution set up. Gonzalez coming on. Gross coming off. So Linawa now with the goal kick. Jace steps in front of it. Sangster is there. Talai. And it's across midfield on the near side. Dial will put it back into play. Walthall steps back. It'll be Moore and Jace to battle for it. Midfield, Ogilvy with a knee on it. Ogilvy, Sangster steps on it. Now Cade places ahead. Walthall has a run. Bueller is there to stop it. Kovic places it back in. Moore steps on it. Konzen goes down. And it's over the end line. Corner kick coming for the Rams. And it'll be Konzen to take the corner. No, they're going to say it's a throw-in. Okay. Konzen with a heavy throw. Kovic places it. Burns steps up, and it's wide on the goal. So Linawa will set up for the goal kick once again. Header off of Sant, comes to midfield. Played ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is onside, no defenders. He's at the top of the box. We get a whistle. And they will call him offsides. And our official on the far sideline, Jeff Barbian, with a comment to the Corvallis bench. Here's Ogilvy with a strike. Moore gets his toe on it. Talai volleys it ahead. Gonzalez will square up. This is going to be a high volley, and Kaleva with the save. Wilson puts his man off the ball, deep into the far side. And it's placed off of Wilson. Goal kick coming for Loyola. 5 minutes left. Corvallis with a 2-1 lead. The girls tied at 2 in the first game. Sangster with a header at midfield. Warnkin tries to settle. Sangster now with 2 on, splits the defenders. Sangster volleys it ahead, and Gonzalez is offsides once again. And that's a testament to that Loyola defensive line. Here's Ogilvie. Moore with a header. Moore's going to chase it down. Moore and Dial go one-on-one. This one's going to be off of Moore. Dial with a quick throw to Cade. Cade at midfield in front of us. Turns. Has one on. Tries to place it ahead. Kovics back to the middle of the field. Ahead to Gonzalez. Dial is there. Now it's Matashita. Matashita by himself on the near side. Ogilvie will come in on the defense. Top of the box. Matashita strikes the right foot, and Ogilvie will pick it up on the roll. Here's Sangster now off of the goal, the drop kick. Placed in to the box. Picked up by Kaleva. Sangster with a header to midfield. Kovics is there. Walthall with a high chopper, and Walthall will go down. Incidental contact. Jace will take the throw in for the Rams. Looking to go to his brother, Cade. Walthall places it outside to Kovics. High volley. Here's Gonzalez with 3 on. Gonzalez sends it in. Ogilvie with a good stall as it crosses midfield. Matashita battles with Dial. Dial ahead to Kovic. Kovic goes down off balance, and it's sent ahead. Gonzalez offside once again. He looked at the flag this time and knew it. So Dial will take the free kick over the head of Gonzalez, deflected by Sangster. Gonzalez picks it up at midfield. He's got one running. It is Sangster. Onside is Sangster this time. Ogilvie is there, cutting off the right foot shot, and Ogilvie will take it away. Placed ahead to Lai. And this will go against Corvallis. Approaching that 2-minute mark as Dial will set up the kick. Kick taken. Sangster with the deflection to volley it back in. Kaleva will gather it up. And the drop kick. Wilson plays it ahead. Here's Mercado. Landry, header to the near side by Hamilton, out of bounds, and Kovic will chase it down very quickly. Kovic cones in with the throw in, down the near sideline. Moore with the header. Conzen waits for it, out of bounds. He'll take the throw once again. Moore is there. It doesn't get on the head. Hamilton, and it's over the end line. Corner kick coming for the Rams. So at the 2-minute mark, we're inside the 2-minute mark, so the game is at the hand of the official. Conzen with the ball on the near flag for the corner kick to the right of us. Here's the kick. Good volley. Backside, header, gets it out of the box. Burns will track it down. A high volley by Burns. Mercado Landry settles. A run by Gonzalez. Gonzalez is onside. Kaleva will let it come in, and Kaleva picks it up in front of Gonzalez. Drop kick by Kaleva to the near side, crosses midfield. Sangster gets a header on it. Ogilvie heads it forward. It's Matashita. Matashita with the volley back into the box. Kaleva, and that's a smart play. Keep the ball on the Rams side of the field to prevent them from getting a equalizing score. Sant on the far side, taken down by Wolski. Wolski lets it roll out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in just up from the Ram bench, and they're going to sub in Gross here for Matashita. Here's the throw in by Wolski down the sideline. Deflection by Wilson. Tries to get it to him himself. Out of bounds, and Burns will take the throw in very quickly. Conzen says, I'll take it. Down the sideline, he's got Jace. Bueller with a deflection. Wilson sends it to the middle of the field. Jace settles. Here's Cade. Cade will have the shot, and it's going to be right into the hands of Linawa. Dial sends it out of bounds. Corvallis with the throw in. Up to the official now, as we are deep into the 2 minutes. Sangster with the header. He'll have the header once again and heads it out of bounds. Conzen with a quick throw in. Down the near sideline. Moore will chase it down. He's going to let it clear out. Out of bounds. Goal kick coming for Corvallis. David Gross, our center field official, checks his watch. And that is game. Corvallis will get the win over the Rams. 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 23 shots on goal for Corvallis, 7 for the Rams. 13 saves for Kaleva, 4 for Linawa. 10 fouls against Corvallis, 5 for Loyola. Corner kicks, 7 Corvallis, 5 for Loyola. Offsides, 10 times for Corvallis, once for Loyola. So that'll be it, folks. We'll talk to you on Thursday night from Sentinel. Have a great evening, folks. You've been listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports. MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness. Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.